Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's presentation. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's presentation of UGA Ice Dawgs Hockey. I'm Torin Smith. With me tonight is Andrew Fleming. We apologize while we work through some technical difficulties. Still trying to figure out our new fancy setup we got here, Andrew. But as we get started for this game, what are you looking for out there from these two teams?
For the Ice Dawgs, I'm looking for this top line of Bailey, Mazzaros, and Laracy. They had a good weekend last weekend in Alabama, and I'm looking for them to stay hot tonight.
So this is the first home game of the Ice Dawgs season, playing out of the Atlanta Ice Forum in Duluth while the Aikens Ford Arena is still being built in Athens. So the puck is dropped, and we are go here from Duluth. As the Tigers take it on the breakout, chopped back in by Ryan Bailey. Runchi with it for the Tigers. He takes a check from Mazzaros. Played up the half wall, and the Tigers on the breakout. Jake Fleet with a nice long pass over to Daly. Callan Daly cutting to the net, and he runs right into Hagen after taking some contact from Poole. Georgia bench up in arms about that one. I don't know if there was anything there, though, Flem.
I don't think so, but the Tigers are looking for a trip on Poole here. Took down the Auburn player, and he went straight into Haugen.
So the face-off will be to the right of Hagen. 30 seconds gone by here. These two teams met 4 times last season, splitting the season series 2-2. We talked about it in the pregame. Of course, unfortunately, we didn't have any sound for it, but these two teams were pretty evenly matched last year, but this Auburn team lacking a lot of their star power they had last season.
Yeah, this Auburn team lost 4 of their top 6 point scorers from last year, so they'll be looking for some fresh faces to produce for them.
So face-off to the right of Hagen. Referee goes to check on him, make sure he's all right after taking that contact. Face-off won by the Tigers. Shot from the point goes down into the corner off the stick of Pekuris. Georgia trying to break it out now. That's Graham Baird, one of these newcomers for this Georgia team, but unable to break it out of the zone. Baird circles it back behind his net, drops it back off for Poole. Baird filling in for Alex Strauss tonight, who is out with an injury. Lingering injury we've seen him have a couple of seasons in a row now.
Yeah, Baird's came in and played very well on that top line there with Poole. Look to see him keep it up in Strauss's absence tonight.
Baird back into his own zone. Circles it back. The Tigers in the middle of a change, so Georgia will take some time to get this one up the ice. Baird off the boards. Up to McAvoy. Oh, sorry, that's Moore. But it's skied back into the Georgia zone. Baird, no-look pass over to Gannon. And Georgia quick on the breakout. Here's Parente. Baird up ice, returns it to Parente, and he'll just dump this one in and chase it. Keith Spalding back to play it for the Tigers. Taken off his stick by Tinchert. Tinchert trying to break it out. Nice play by Gannon, but Tigers able to get it back out to center ice. Not before Burnett whacks it back, though, and here comes Parente for Georgia. Plays it across for Moore. Moore with a shot. He scores! Evan Moore, top cheddar, breaks the ice, and the Dogs lead 1-0.
What a saucer pass there from Evan Parente going far side across the zone. Wide open Moore, and he just rips it.
Great pass from, I believe that was Parente on that right wing. I think it took a bounce off of the Tigers player and just kind of lucky bounce right onto the stick of Moore. But the Dogs will take it any way they can get them. Face-off won by Eberle. Here's Knoll. He'll dump it into the zone for Georgia. And the Dogs go to chase. Here's Punzenberger. Trying to center it for Eberle, but it's picked off by the Tigers, and they'll skate it back the other way. Fleet with a shot saved by Hagen. The Tigers regain control, though. Shot from the point off the stick of Knoll, and that one skitters into the corner. Fleet again. One of those top scorers that returned for these Tigers last season, along with Callan Daly. That puck will leave the zone, so the Tigers forced to touch up. Here's Daly. Speeds around Burnett, shot saved by Hagen. Good pad save. That one bounces back out to the point though. Tigers regain control, but Burnett able to get a stick on that one and clear it out to center.
Smart play by Burnett there. Had pressure on him, just chipped it out.
Georgia back on the attack. Knoll over to Eberle. Eberle into the middle of the ice, drops it off for Punzenberger. That shot goes wide. Rebound loose in front. Eberle with a shot saved on the goal line. Dogs regain control. Eberle again tries to spin around and pass it to the point, but it leaves the zone. Georgia quickly regroups though. They'll change a couple of wingers. Tigers trying to keep it out of their zone. Good bounce for Punzenberger, but a good recovery from Good to break that one up. There's a shot from the corner. That one couldn't find its way to the net. And Jake Green will take it back the other way for the Dogs. Nice move by Green. Still has the puck. Walks it down the boards, looking for options. Floats it to the net. Loose puck in front, cleared to the boards. Martin gets it back on the point for Georgia. Across to his partner Hagen. That one tipped and kept in. The Tigers trying to get it out, and they do. And the penalty coming up here on the Tigers. It's going to be a trip, so Georgia will go to the power play with the 1-0 lead, try to extend this deficit a little bit.
Yeah, it was a great shift by Georgia's fourth line there. Jay Green just tenacious on the forecheck, forcing turnovers, getting the puck into the zone and getting a shot on net there.
So we saw this Georgia power play struggle a good bit against this Auburn team last season. In the first two games they played against the Tigers in Columbus, they couldn't get anything going on the man advantage. Coach Camp, we saw him cycle through a few different combinations of the lines, and of course a new one out there to start this season with Knoll, Mazzaros, and Bailey as they win the faceoff.
Going with two defensemen on this power play with Poole and Hagen.
Couple of big shots from the point. There's a shot from Bailey. We see Poole like to post up where Ovechkin sits in the NHL. He likes that one-timer from that circle, so look for that as an option from Georgia. Here's Hagen on the point. Cycles it back down low, but it bounces over the stick of Bailey. Mazzaros there to keep it. Bailey's got it again. Return pass for Mazzaros, but that one takes a bounce, and the Tigers will clear. Not before it's knocked down by Knoll, though. Nice play from the rookie Knoll. And finally the Tigers clear it, and they'll get a change.
This Auburn penalty kill is very, very aggressive. They're pressuring Georgia at the points.
Here's Leighton Poole with speed down the right wing side, steps around the defender. Walking to the net, tries to play it across for Knoll. That one couldn't find the tape, though.
Almost got through to Mazzaros.
Dogs still digging for it. And the Tigers come up with it, just able to get it out to center ice, so Georgia forced to touch up here. .45 seconds left on the Georgia man advantage. Poole looks cross ice for Parente. Couldn't handle it cleanly, but he'll chase it in behind the goal and get possession in the Auburn zone. Parente drops it off for Conway. Back to Parente in the high slot. Return to Conway. Playing keep away are the Dogs. Parente back in the corner. He's got Conway again. Hagen with it. Down to Laracy. In the corner, looking across ice for Parente, but it went off of an Auburn foot and out of the zone. Here's Moore, the Dogs' goal scorer, on the forecheck. Laracy helping him out on the half wall, and it'll be cleared by the Tigers. And that will do it for the Auburn penalty, so we're back to full strength now.
Good movement on the Georgia power play there. They got some good looks there, just weren't able to capitalize on anything.
Here's Parente in across the blue line. He's got some help, drops it for Conway. Looking back door for Moore, but he couldn't find the tape. I think that one might have gone off the goaltender.
Moore almost had another one there.
Parente dumps it into the right of McMaster. And he'll find his own puck. Tries to play it across for Conway, but it's taken away by the Tigers. Bakuris with it. And he'll go off the boards, but not out. A good keep again by Parente. Finally leaves the zone off the stick of Daly. Nice pass. Parente couldn't handle it, though. And that one will come back out to center ice. Long shift for Parente here. Just tries to chop it in deep. Looking to leave it for Green. This one will come out of the zone, though, where Burnett will corral it. Dogs in the midst of a change. They'll dump that one in. Chasing it is Jake Green, replacing Dylan Spicer on that line with Robbie Whitwer and Dan Bardo. Spicer, one of the 2 players that graduated from this Georgia team, along with Nick Newbold. But there's plenty of new faces out there, Flem.
Yeah, I think I saw Spicer somewhere in the crowd here tonight. Out here supporting his former team.
Here's Green, drops it off for Gannon in the corner. Looking for Bardo in front. What a pass! He scores! Dan Bardo with a garbage goal in front, and he'll extend the Dogs' lead to 2-0.
That's what this Georgia fourth line does. They'll work below the goal lines, get a little gritty, and they'll finish in front of the net. That's a great goal by Bardo.
And how about the pass from Jack Gannon coming down from the point, knows where he's supposed to be in that corner, and he just finds Bardo wide open in front.
That's what he does. Gannon's an offensive defenseman. He can move that puck around.
So Georgia with a 2-0 lead, just under 8 minutes gone through this first period. Face-off won by the Dogs again, and they'll dump it right back in. It's been all Georgia through this first part of the period so far. Here's Green again. Whitwer drops it off for him. Jake Green with a shot, saved by McMaster. Rebound, and it's cleared to the boards. What a chance for Jake Green. That one shot from the point again, saved by McMaster.
Again, this Georgia fourth line almost having another goal on this shift. Again, just working below the goal lines, getting low. And again, nice, great look in front of the net here.
Here's a shot again. They score! Jake Green, how about the feed from Whitwer? And it's 3-0 Georgia.
And as I said it, they get that second one this shift. Great look by Robbie Whitwer, the captain. Going one way, passes it back the other way. And Green has a wide open net to put it into.
Net front defense kind of lacking for Auburn in this one so far. That's 2 goals on that same shift from that fourth line of Georgia.
Hung out McMaster to dry there.
So look for the Dogs to keep taking advantage of that bad net front defense from these Tigers as they extend the lead to 3, and it's going to be a timeout for the Tigers, and a much needed one at that.
Tigers need a minute to reset here. 3 quick ones for Georgia.
So we'll step aside for just a second. We'll be right back after the timeout. Welcome back to the Ice Forum in Duluth, Georgia. The Ice Dawgs leading the Tigers 3-0. 7:59 gone through this first period. And it's been all Georgia so far, Andrew.
Yep, this is exactly the start that Coach John Camp was looking for here. He wanted the Dogs to be fast, forecheck hard, and that's exactly what they've done. And it's got them up 3-0 here early.
And it's right back into the Auburn corners. Georgia, nice pass out in front. Noel with a shot, he scores! Zach Noel with his 3rd of the season and extends the Ice Dawgs lead to 4 now.
Another goal that starts below the goal line. Gets chipped down to Eberle. Eberle up to Noel in the slot, and he just rips it by McMaster.
This Auburn team really struggling to figure out the net front so far in this one, Andrew. Like you said, that's the 3rd goal from right in front of the net. They need to do something to keep these guys to the outside, keep Georgia out of the slot. Auburn finally gets some more control, trying to just get it into the Georgia zone, but Baird there to keep it out. Nice pass from Poole. Here comes Noel. Right back into the zone, and McMaster's just going to cover that one up. So the timeout didn't really seem to do too much for the Tigers there, as Georgia scores right back after we came back to play.
Yeah, Auburn tried to take a minute to reset. Didn't really work there. Dogs right back on the board immediately.
Face off to the right of McMaster. Top line of Mazzaros, Bailey, and Laracy out there for Georgia. Top line out there for the Tigers as well. Played into the corner. Laracy takes control though. The Ice Dawgs leading scorer, Laracy. This line has yet to give up a goal this season, according to the stats that we have. And they have 16 points combined, this top line of Bailey, Mazzaros, and Laracy.
This line can put pucks in the opponent's net and keep them out of their own.
What more can you ask for, right, Flem?
Not much.
Face off again to the left of McMaster.
This line's a coach's dream.
Dumped into the zone by Baird. Mazzaros in the corner. Dropped off by Laracy. Mazzaros still has it. Poole on the point. Takes the shot. That one bounces wide off of an Auburn defender. Rucci with it. Just trying to get it out, and he does. All the way just a bit too far. And a great icing call by linesman Brent Robinson there.
I think that's the closest a puck has gotten to Hagen all night. Hasn't seen a lot of action.
Face off right back into the Tigers zone. Face off won by the Dogs. Nice move by Bailey. That shot just goes wide. The ever dangerous Bailey with a nice toe drag. And that one goes up into the ceiling. So we'll get a face off back inside the Auburn zone.
I think Bailey's got the best hands on this team. He can walk just about anybody.
He had 11 points in 12 games coming into the Georgia season about halfway through last year, and he really hasn't looked back. He's got 5 points this season with 2 power play goals. Looking to add to those totals tonight.
Picked up this year right where he left off last year.
Here's a chance for Daly though, drops it back off, and that's a goal for the Tigers. Jake Fleet from the top of the slot all alone, and he cuts into this Ice Dawgs lead. It's now 4-1.
That's just a textbook 3-on-2 rush for Auburn there. Daly and Fleet. I mean, that was their combo last year for Auburn. Daly drives wide, Fleet hangs a little bit back, gets that pass from Daly, and he just rips it upstairs. Five goals in the first 9.5 minutes here.
There was a lot of scoring in the Auburn and Tampa game earlier this season. I think it was 10-0 Tampa. So this one on pace for more than 10 goals so far here, Flem. But some life from the Auburn side. Don't count them out yet. They've got that dangerous line of Daly, Rucci, and Fleet. Those Daly and Fleet, 2 of those top 6 scorers from last season. Of course, they lost 4 of their top scorers, including longtime leader of this team and captain Noah Henry.
Yeah, Daly and Fleet are going to have to pick up some of the offense this year. And they showed it right there, putting one by Hagen.
All the chances Auburn's had so far have come from that line. That one into the hands of Duchemin. Hagen fans on the pass, but gets the second attempt up to Parente. He walks into the zone, drops it off for Conway, takes the shot right into the glove of McMaster, and he'll hold on for a faceoff. Face-off won by the Dogs. Parente's shot goes off of the stick. Georgia regains control, though. Tigers take it off the stick of Conway. Hagen able to keep it in. Moore at the side of the net, saved by McMaster. Great save to push across. Parente in front. Another save by McMaster in close. Tigers scrambling right now, and McMaster finally holds on for the whistle.
McMaster with a couple of big saves there. After giving up 4 quick ones, he looks like he's getting into a bit of a groove here.
Junior from Denver, Colorado, Derek McMaster taking over for Camden Dink. We saw him in all 4 games for Auburn last year against these Dogs, and they really couldn't solve him too much. They only got past him a couple of times, but McMaster's taken over for him, and I mean, so far, not the start that you want to see, Flem.
Nope, not at all.
So face-off to his left now. Won by the Dogs. Moore plays it back to Martin with a shot from the point.
McMaster didn't even see that one. He stood still like a statue.
Tigers trying to get control of it. Parente regains it, though, off the blocker. Good save there by McMaster through some traffic. Hagen across to Martin. And that one down into the Tigers zone. Looking way up ice, but right onto the tape of Hagen. And they'll take it right back into the Auburn zone. Nice pass. Here's Conway cutting the net. Shot saved by McMaster as he sticks out the leg. And he'll hold on to it for a whistle. He's been pretty solid after that fourth goal. He looks a little warmed up now, maybe some bus legs coming into this one, Flem?
Yeah, as I said, I mean, he gave up those 4, but he seems to be in a bit of a groove now. He's made a couple of big saves there. That last one, Conway puts it off his pad, and McMaster's just able to eat up the rebound there and hold for a whistle. Got some penalties here.
So it looks like offsetting penalties, one for each side.
The boys just saying hello to each other, first time they've seen each other in a while.
And that's Dubé in the box for the Tigers and Parente for the Dogs. No love lost in the Deep South's coldest rivalry, Flem.
Nope. Big game tomorrow.
Big game tomorrow. Georgia football team looking to bounce back. Not a fun weekend for us last week.
Not at all.
Face-off won by the Dogs again. Pad save by McMaster, and this one will leave the zone.
Another big rebound kicked out right into the slot by McMaster.
That one tipped into the zone by Eberle. Chasing that is Knoll. Ryan Good back there for the Tigers, the freshman. And we got a penalty coming up here on the Dogs, it looks like. Looks like it's going to be a hook on Zach Knoll.
It's going to be a 4-on-3 power play here for Auburn. A lot of space. You don't usually see these very often in regulation.
.8:45 left here in the first period. Face-off will come back to the left of Isaac Hagen. Hasn't had much to do back there in the Georgia zone so far, but maybe with a little more space out there for these Tigers, they can get the Dogs moving left to right and get some shots. Face-off won by the Tigers. Callan Daly with it. Played up to the point. That shot, or passed across. Daly again, he's got Runchi on the half wall. Looking in front, that one tipped in the crease. And they say that Fleet was in the crease, so we're going to get a face-off outside of the zone.
Auburn going with their big 2 of Fleet and Daly out here again on this 4-on-3 power play, trying to cut this to a 2-goal deficit.
Fleet, Daly, Runchi, and Patillo, the 4 out there for the Tigers. It's Whitwer, Gannon, and Burnett for Georgia. Face-off won again by the Tigers. Patillo jumps on it and is able to settle it. Callan Daly on the point again. One-timer from Patillo, and it's corralled by Burnett and cleared the length of the ice.
Great play by Burnett there. Grab that rebound that Hagen gave up and just send it down the river.
Callan Daly gets things going. Runchi drops it back off for him. Return pass to Runchi with some speed through center. Circles it back to the point for Patillo. Across for Daly. He's got Fleet down low, but a good stick by Burnett sends that one to the netting. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off back in the Georgia zone.
Great kill by Georgia so far here. Burnett getting into that shot lane, blocking it out of play.
47 seconds left on the offsetting Miners to Parente and Dubé. And it'll be 5-on-4 after that. Face-off won by the Dogs, but the clearing attempt is gloved down by Good. Ryan Good takes a check there from Mazzaros. Runchi in the corner. Fleet takes control again. Up top, he's got Daly on the point. Daly with it. Breaks his stick. And a bad break for the Tigers. That's going to be a penalty on Daly.
I think if you're Daly in that spot, you have to take that penalty. Either way, Mazzaros is going in on a breakaway there if he doesn't play that with the broken stick.
Lesser of 2 evils there. Now we're just 3-on-3 for about 25 seconds.
Yeah, you'd rather take a penalty than give up a free breakaway to Josh Mazzaros, who's probably going to put that in the net.
He's already got 2 goals this season, had 2 goals against the Tigers last season. So that was 5 total points for Mazzaros against this Auburn team across those 4 games. Always a thorn in their side.
He's a thorn in a lot of people's sides.
Very true, Flem. So 3-on-3 hockey here. Face off in the Tigers zone. Conway can't get control of that one as Duchemin plays it to his winger, and the Tigers will get started here on the breakout. Here's Ryan Good. Pickpocketed by Burnett, though. And the offsetting minors have expired, so 4-on-4 hockey for another 23 seconds, and then the Ice Dawgs will have a power play. That one bounces out in front. Burnett with a nice pass over to Gannon. Looking in front for Conway between the legs, but he fans on the shot. Had plenty of time, though. Still has it down low. Duchemin finally able to clear it, but that one's going to go for icing.
That puck just kept on finding Conway there.
Hagen out to play that one, which waves off the icing. Georgia on the power play now. Here's Parente with speed through center. Down to the corner, nice move. Tries to play it at the side of the goal. But a good stick there from Patillo breaks that up. Gannon with it in the corner. Georgia trying to set something up. Still battling for it on the half wall. Zaros trying to muscle his way to the net. Gannon in to help him out. Dubé happy to just pin this one to the wall and kill a few more seconds off of this Georgia power play. But Conway comes away with it. Looking cross ice for Parente. A great stick there from Duchemin to keep that pass away, but Georgia regains control. Parente across the blue line for Poole. Down low, it's Mazzaros trying to cycle it out in front, but again off of an Auburn skate, and the pass misses its mark. 5 seconds left on the penalty to Daly. So another successful kill for the Tigers. They've been great in that area so far.
Georgia's got to get a change here. Their power play guys got to be tired. They're out here. They were out there for most of the power play.
Runchi looking for Fleet. Couldn't find the mark, though. Pass was in behind him. And Mazzaros finds Bailey back the other way. Here's Ryan Bailey. Nice move by Bailey. Still has control. Looking for options. Plays it back for Moore, but he misses the pass. Daly hard on the forecheck. Hagen back to play it right into the arms of Fleet, but Hagen scrambles back to the net. Fleet with it again. Glove down by Baird. Unable to get it out of the zone, though. Baird back in behind his own goal. Georgia struggling to break this one out now against that top line of the Tigers. They finally get it out to center, but not before Runchi comes up with it again. Another turnover at the blue line. Here's Runchi cutting the net. Walking in, shoots, saved by Hagen. Runchi had some space.
It was a tough exchange there by Baird and Bailey at their own blue line there that led to that chance for Auburn. Baird tries to walk through, just hit Bailey's skate, and Auburn was going the other way.
Here's Daly again, trying to muscle his way around Hagen. Penalty coming up here on Truman Hagen. It's going to be interference. I'm not sure about interference on that one.
I think he signaled a hold.
Either way, Hagen heads to the box with 4:05 left to go in the period. Tigers on the power play again.
No, you're right, Torn. He signaled interference there. I'm not sure if that was interference. Daly had the puck, but either way, it's probably penalty.
Something happened. So Auburn with their second power play of the night. This one played up to the point. Shot by Duchemin gets tipped high. Here's Keith Spaulding with it. Down low for Tinshirt. Brent Tinshirt with it, rimmed around the boards, back for Duchemin. And he'll take a shot at the net. That one just goes wide. And Whitmer's got some time and space to clear that one all the way down the ice.
This top forward killing pair for the Dogs of Bardo and Whitwer is just absolutely money right now. Bardo with a blocked shot there on that shift, and Whitwer with a clear.
Tigers back into the zone.
And a hit for Bardo.
Here's Alex Duchman with it, hounded by Gannon. Drops it off for Patillo. But Gannon able to get that one out for Whitwer. Walking it down towards the net. Centering pass, couldn't find the mark. Patillo with a shot off the skate of Whitwer. Another blocked shot from those two Dogs forwards.
Great block by Whitwer there. Not afraid to eat pucks on the kill there. That's why he's got the C on his jersey there, Torin.
.47 seconds left on the Auburn power play. Both teams get a change with the face-off to the left of Hagen. Everly and Knoll, the forwards out there for Georgia. It's Runchi, Fleet, and Dubé up front for the Tigers. Here's Fleet. He has the Tigers' goal tonight. Runchi takes the shot, hits Dubé, and the Dogs get control. Here's Eberly with a step. Nice pass from Burnett. Eberly all alone, takes the shot off the shoulder of McMasters. But Knoll with it in the corner again. Georgia still with control, shorthanded. Knoll unable to come up with it though, and here come the Tigers back the other way.
Great look by Burnett there. Off that, after Auburn hit their own guy, Burnett with a slick little pass to Eberly to send him in alone on a breakaway.
Eberly with a couple of back checkers hard on his back there. I just got the stick in there late.
Surprised he even got a shot off there, and a good one. That one almost beat McMaster.
Tigers caught in the middle of a change as we're back to even strength now. David Eberly, another Georgia forward with a hot start to the season, 2 goals so far. As the Tigers take it back up the ice. That one played to the side of the goal. Burnett with it, looking for more on the breakout, just out in front of him, and the Tigers will touch up in their own zone. Here's Graham Baird off the glass and right back to the Tigers D. That one skied all the way out to center. Baird back to play it for Georgia with a minute left to go in the first period. Here's Evan Moore, nice pass to Evan Parente. That one couldn't find its way to the net though, as Duchemin comes up with it for the Tigers. Here's Brooks Franklin trying to step around the D, takes the shot right into the chest of Hagen, and he will hold on to that one.
Great rebound control there by Hagen. That one hit him in the shoulder, and he was just able to smother it.
Face-off won by the Dogs, chipped off the glass and out, but it's not going to be enough for icing as it's waved off. Turnover by the Tigers in front. Hagen's got it on the point, plays it back down low. He's got Laracy. Patillo turns it over in the zone. Laracy couldn't keep it in though. Chopped back in by Martin. Georgia touches up. Played out to center ice. Bailey's got it down low for Laracy. Here's Duchemin with one last rush if the Tigers hurry. 7 seconds left in the first period. Truman Hagen circles back behind his net, and that will do it as the clock ticks down to 0. So after 20, Georgia leads 4-1 in their home opener against the Auburn Tigers. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back with our first period recap.
All right, I am here with Ice Dawgs.
Four-one against Auburn Tigers. Will, as you said, Coach Camp said that the Ice Dawgs need to come out very fast, and they sure did do that tonight.
Absolutely, scoring before we were 2 minutes into the first period and then continuing to pile it on 4 goals within the first 9 minutes for the Ice Dawgs, and Auburn didn't get on the board till around 11:30 into that first period, so the players definitely taking his words to heart.
Alex Laracy hasn't gotten on the board yet, but as we talked about in the pregame show, that he's going to need help from his supporting cast. How phenomenal were they going into this first half?
We talked about how it's more than just Laracy or even the first line as a whole. No points for Mazzaros or Bailey. It was the other guys stepping in. Evan Moore getting on the board first, and then it was Bartow, Green, and Knoll following up, and it just shows how deep this team is in terms of who can score the puck.
And then when we talked about Auburn, we talked about Jake Fleet, we talked about Daly as well. They collaborated on Auburn's only point. How do you see them being effective in this second set.
I mean, we knew coming in that those two guys were the best offensive players for Auburn, the only two guys of their top 6-point scorers last year coming back in a slight lapse defensively for the Dogs, allowing that goal. We saw their speed pay off, and that's going to be the way back into the game for Auburn if they can get back into this. Georgia will need to be wary of those two guys, limiting the speed, the odd man rushes from Auburn.
It seems as though McMaster has been outplaying Haugen. How big has McMaster been so far in this first set?
I don't know if he's outplaying him as much as he just has more saves because the Dogs are putting more shots on goal. He really struggled early on. 3 goals allowed on the first 9 shots. He's settled in a little bit, and then for Haugen, hasn't seen much action, but has done a solid job when he's been called upon.
In between intermissions, our colleague Andrew caught up with defenseman Tyler Stewart.
Stewart, Tyler, 4 goals for you guys in the first 10 minutes. What does that start mean to you guys?
I mean, it's a huge start, obviously. The boys are buzzing quick here. Just looking to bury them soon. So looking to put a few more up, but the boys are looking good out there.
What are you guys seeing out there that's allowing you to attack this Auburn team so smoothly?
There's just a lot of open space. They're giving us a lot of open ice, clear passing lanes, and we're just making crisp, clean passes. And, yeah.
And what are you yourself seeing out there as a defenseman tonight?
Just the same thing, a lot of open ice, a lot of open space. Boys are creating some space for themselves, getting open well, and yeah, we're utilizing it well.
Awesome. Thanks, Stewie.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Barter lines up for the draw here. Tigers win it, go D to D. Chipped up to Daly, into the corner. Throws backhander on net. That line will go for a change. Tigers grab it deep in their own zone now. Chipped off the wall, but cut off by Martin. Laracy grabs it now, carries back into his own zone. Laracy coming up center now. Cuts to the left. Drops to Bailey. Bailey walks in, saved by McMaster. And he's able to stuff that rebound. Nice play by Laracy there, walking in the zone, dropping it off to Ryan Bailey. He's got a clear shot on goal there, but McMaster able to cut him off and smother it.
Any technical difficulties? Wi-Fi here is a little spotty at times. We'll do our best to keep everything going, though. Hopefully, if the video drops out, we can still keep the sound on.
Welcome back, Torin.
Thank you, Andrew. I don't know if anybody could hear you before, but thanks for filling in while I figured out the Wi-Fi. Still 4-1 Ice Dawgs here, about 5 minutes gone through this second period. As the Tigers take it into the Georgia zone, but it's taken away by Mazzaros. Laracy tips that one into the corner. Ryan Good back to chase it. Laracy on the forecheck, Ryan Bailey there. Duchman with it now, trying to get it out of the Auburn zone, but Georgia with a great forecheck. And this one should be good for icing, and it will, so the faceoff will come all the way back down into Auburn territory.
This top line of Laracy, Mazzaros, and Bailey picking up where they've been all season, getting O-zone pressure on the Tigers here, creating a couple of chances in their zone.
So the faceoff to the left of McMaster, who's looked really solid after giving up those first 4 goals in the first 10 minutes of this game.
McMaster's locked in now.
Faceoff won by the Dogs, but Martin couldn't handle it as it goes back out to center ice. Martin with it again, leaves it for Conway. He's got more in the slot, drops it off for Parente up top. Haugen with a shot saved by McMaster, and he'll hold on to it.
That play started by a nice play by Bill Martin to protect the puck in the neutral zone and just chip it inside to Conway, and Conway able to do the rest, walking into the zone. Get a nice chance for Haugen there.
So face-off again in the Auburn zone. Shot 6-1 in favor of Georgia so far in this second period. Ice Dawgs not taking their foot off the gas as they win another offensive zone draw. Moore trying to handle it at the side of the goal, plays it back up top for Martin. He'll chop it right back down. Moore floats it out to open space. There's Parente with it in front of the home bench. Conway, he's got Martin streaking, and that one tipped up and out of play just to our right. We got to keep our heads on the swivel.
Yeah, good thing we weren't standing over there.
No
Might have lost a
netting.
couple teeth there.
Yeah. High above the ice.
Not high enough, obviously.
Conway, Moore, and Parente stay out there. Moore with the opening goal for Georgia tonight. Looking to add to his season totals. That makes 3 so far for the rookie forward. Evan Parente now gets it across the blue line. Conway able to stay on sides. Parente fights through a check and another, still with the puck. Conway in to help him out. Parente with some extra shoving and with Bakuris. And this one skied out to center. Graham Baird back there for Georgia. Parente again, back to Baird. And we're seeing the physicality start to pick up a little bit in the second period there, Andrew.
Yeah, I feel like we've got more hits in the first couple minutes of this period than we did in the entire first period. That was a point of emphasis for Coach Camp in the pregame. He wanted his guys to be physical and be fast, and we've seen that already in the second period.
A long stretch pass for Parente. Couldn't handle it cleanly though, but he gets it on the other bounce. Parente goes down, penalty coming up here on the Tigers. Georgia still with control. Conway couldn't get it as Parente's stick goes flying. And touched up by the Tigers. It's going to be tripping to number 11, Brent Tinshert. He'll head to the box. And the Georgia Ice Dawgs back on the power play.
This Ice Dawgs power play 0 for 2 here to start. See if they can get that going here.
It's Noel, Mazzaros, and Bailey to start this one off. Noel with a power play goal so far this season. Same goes for Mazzaros, and Bailey has 2 of his own. So all these guys know how to score as Bailey's shot goes off of the leg of Patillo.
That's got to hurt. He can shoot it pretty hard.
Another shot from Bailey. He fanned on it though. Mazzaro's able to settle it. Bailey's got it again. Looking to sneak that one across the pool. You see him lurking over there on that circle. Here's Poole with it now. He's got Bailey again with a shot. Almost hits Mazzaros, looking for that top corner, and it was open.
Smart by Mazzaros to get out of the way of that one. That one was coming high and hard.
Really scary 1-2 punch for Georgia with Poole and Bailey lined up on opposite sides. Just ripping one-timers on that power play.
That's scary. I wouldn't want to get in the way of one of those.
Here comes Bailey up ice. Drops it off for Noel. Drop pass for Hagen. Lays it back down low for Noel. Fires it across in front. Poole corrals it in front. That one tipped high. And I think it went off of McMaster's mask. Another shot from the point right into the breadbasket of McMaster. Not sure if he saw that one.
Yeah, McMaster kind of looked behind him there. Not sure if he had that one corralled. A lot of good movement on this Georgia power play. Just not able to break through yet.
53 seconds left on the man advantage for Georgia.
Got their second unit out here now.
Coach Camp juggling the lines a little bit on the power play, trying to see what works in the early goings of this season. A lot of new faces and lots of skill out there for this Georgia team. And it's Parente, Moore, and Conway out there now with Gannon and Laracy. 4 forwards and the defenseman Gannon. They'll walk the line. Shot from Laracy off the side of the goal. Back up to the point, Gannon. Down low, he's got Conway. Back up to Gannon. Settles the pass, plays it across for Laracy. Looks down low, he's got Conway. Backdoor, Parente with an open net, and they score! Net was off, but they say it was going to go in. It was knocked off by the Auburn goalie, and that one will stand.
Great movement there. Conway going cross ice. Parente unable to handle it, but Moore right there to put it in for his second of the game. Tigers aren't very happy about that one. They thought the net was off before Moore put it in.
And, you know, the referee was standing right there. He was watching that the whole time. It was knocked off by McMaster as he slid across for Conway. The pass was just too quick back the other way. That's the right call in that situation, and the Ice Dawgs let the Tigers know it at the end of that play there.
Yep, if the defending team knocks it off and it goes in where the net should be, that's going to count as a goal. And this Ice Dawgs power play finally breaks through.
So Georgia 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. And the goal believe it was Parente with the last shot, right?
Moore put it in.
Moore with that'll be his second of the night. Kind of a hectic play at the end there. So the Ice Dawgs lead by 4 again. Referee explaining to the Auburn head coach why that's a goal. You guys just heard why it's a goal from our own resident referee, Andrew Fleming.
I've thrown the stripes on once or twice before.
Not at this level, though.
I think I know what I'm talking about.
I think we're ready to get going again here. 11:47 left to go here in the second period. Georgia leads by 4. And they win the face-off at center ice. Here's Tyler Stewart, who shoots that one in. Stewart played forward last season, moving to defense now. And he just misses that pass as it goes out to center ice. Catalano chips it around the board. Tinchard chasing after it. Stewart able to muscle through the check, though. Conway turns it over on the blue line. Here's Tinchard. Drops it off for Catalano. Looking for the shot was Condon, but he couldn't come up with it.
Great stick by Stewart there, getting in that passing lane. Taking away an opportunity for the Tigers.
Nice pass from Gannon. Drops it off. Gannon walking in, cutting to the net, looking back door. Another shot. That one didn't go through, and that one finds the back of the net. Declan Conway picks up the loose change in front, and it's 6-1 Dogs.
Great play by Evan Parente there, walking into the zone, patience, slowing up, slipping that one through to Gannon. He walks in, puts it on net, and Conway there to bury the rebound.
A little give and go action. It's been all Ice Dawgs through this first 9 minutes of play in the second period. I don't think Hopkins had any action on the
Looks
other
like
side.
we got a goalie change here for Auburn.
Gregory Politis in, the freshman from Tampa, Florida. A 1-1 record this season.
And the Ice Dawgs bench giving it to McMaster as he skates to the bench. His night's over.
Face off, won by the Tigers. Daly with it, chips it up the boards. Hagen back to play it for the Dogs. Truman Hagen turns it over in the corner, though. Here's TJ Runchi. Brandon Ing in there for Georgia, and he comes up with it. Played across for Punzenberger. Looking for the stretch pass over to Eberle. That one tipped into the zone. A little too much for Eberle to handle. Punzenberger comes up with it again. Circles it back down low. Ing in to help him out. Battling for it in the corner still. Ing with it. Looking backdoor for Martin. Nice pass. He shoots. He scores! Bill Martin top shelf on the feed from Ing. And the Dogs extend the lead to 6.
That play starts down low with Dylan Punzenberger down below the goal line, working it. Ing there to pick it up, and he finds Martin on the other side. Great look by the freshman there, Brandon Ing.
His 3rd assist of the season. Still looking for his first goal, but he'll take those points in this early going here.
Take him any way you can get him.
Ice Dawgs newcomers looking pretty good out there tonight, Flem. And that includes Isaac Hagen. We saw him only play 1 game last season, out most of the year with an injury.
Yeah, you got 2 goals from Moore, an assist from Ing. Larry's probably got one in there too.
Talked about him a lot in the pregame. Of course, our sound wasn't working, but still waiting for that line to get on the board at even strength. But for now, it's Punzenberger with the puck, top of the slot. That shot just goes over the goal. Ing again with it for Georgia, battling for it with Franklin. Martin circles back. Bill Martin with 4 goals and 4 assists last season. That'll be his 3rd point of this season. So well on his way to matching his season totals of last year. Here come the Tigers back the other way. Duchman driving the net, and a save by Hagen. Puck goes back in behind the goal. Long shift for this Ice Dawgs line. And they got a hand pass on the Tigers, so a face-off back in their zone.
Great play by Eberle in his own zone. He was a forward, caught back, forced his man to the outside, and allowed Hagen to cut down the angle pretty easily.
So face-off out at center ice. Tigers still looking for any kind of sustained pressure in the second period. They started to come alive at the end of the first period, but it's really been all Ice Dawgs in the second now.
Yeah, the Ice Dawgs came out in the second period the same way they came out in the first.
And Bardo shoots that one into the bench, and he's going to hear it from Tyler Stewart. So another face-off at center. Face-off in front of the Auburn bench. And it's won by the Tigers, who quickly dump it into the Georgia zone. Poole back to play it for the Dogs, Jake Green. This fourth line for Georgia with a couple of goals tonight and a couple of key penalty kills in the first period from Whitmer and Bardo.
This line just does everything for this team, Torin.
They lost Dylan Spicer, who played lots of minutes the past 2 seasons with Bardo and Whitmer, but replaced by the sophomore Jake Green, and looks like we're just going to get a face-off outside of the zone as Whitmer was in the crease. No penalty, it looks like.
And he got pushed in.
So the face-off will come all the way back into the Georgia zone.
The Dogs are going to be short here. They called Whitmer there.
Robbie Whitmer heads to the box. Interference, the call.
I don't know if I agree with that one. He was pushed into Pilatus.
So the Tigers back to the power play.
Dogs got one of their best penalty-killing forwards in the box here.
Tigers working the perimeter now. Patillo with a shot. That one sails high. I think it went off the stick of Mazzaros. And Bailey will clear that one the length of the ice. Whitmer to the box, but Mazzaros, another great two-way forward for this team. The center of that top line for Georgia. Gets a lot of penalty-killing minutes, and he's right back out there tonight.
Mazzaros and Bailey do everything for this team. 5-on-5, power play, penalty kill. You can toss them out there in just about any situation.
Tigers can't really work it to the inside part of the ice. Still stuck on the perimeter now.
That's just great work by Mazzaros, keeping on the outside.
Here's Bailey with a step, trying to muscle through, and that one's going to be a high stick.
All right, I don't think I can argue with that one.
TJ Rucci goes down, just bearing down on the stick, and Bailey trying to fight his way through. Just a little too much muscle, you know. He's just unaware of his own strength there.
He's got to stop hitting the weights so much.
So it'll be 5-on-3 for the Tigers for about 1:06 before Whitmer leaves the box, or unless the Tigers score.
Yeah, 5-on-3 for 1:06 here. Tigers trying to get back into this one if they can. This is a great time to do it.
So face off to the right of Hagen. Won by the Tigers. Here's Patillo with it. Across to Daly with a shot. That one just goes wide. And a woo from the Georgia bench. Another shot from the point right into the chest of Hagen, and he'll hold on to it.
Great save by Hagen there. Positionally sound, able to see through that screen and just smother it in his chest. Not a flashy save, but a big one.
Face off again to Hagen's right. Won cleanly by Conway. Gannon off the glass, but not out. Good keep by Patillo. But Runchy's muscled down by Conway, and he had some space but curled it back. A smart play to take some more time off the clock before Burnett fires that one all the way down.
Great play by Conway to bring that one back and kill some more of this 5-on-3.
You're really starting to hear the vocals pick up from the Georgia bench. They're having some fun out there tonight.
And when you're up 6, you can start to do that.
cleared the length of the ice once again by Gannon. 18 seconds left on the penalty to the Georgia captain, Whitwer. Out, kept in by Good. Here's Daly with it. Circles down the half wall, trying to work it to the middle of the ice, but kept to the perimeter once again. Callan Daly, the Tigers captain, takes the shot from the point, easily sticked away by Hagen. Right back to Daly on the point. Takes the shot, tipped in front. Punching at it was Hagen. That one goes over the goal. Tipped just a bit high. Puck still loose in front. Tinchard unable to come up with it though, and here comes Parente. He's got Conway with speed. Declan Conway all alone. He scores! Declan Conway pots another one, and the Dogs lead 8-1.
Great look by Evan Parente there. Grabs the puck in his own zone. Conway just starts sprinting, and Parente hits him on the tape. And Parente puts it upstairs where Grandma hides the cookies.
So Declan Conway with his second goal of the night adds to the Ice Dawgs' tremendous total. Right as the penalty expired. Here comes Ryan Bailey. Got Laracy streaking to the net. Lots of Tigers back there, and they lay the body on Bailey, who loses his stick. Lots of bodies flying down there now. Gavin Cronin lays that one into the Georgia zone, but floated right back out to center ice where it's played by Kemner. Lots of freshmen and sophomores on this Auburn team, and it's really starting to show against this really experienced Georgia team in this second
Yeah,
period.
this Georgia team's got a lot of vets. Auburn lost a lot of guys.
Here's
Georgia's just
Bailey.
showing off their experience here tonight.
And it really shows against lines like Mazzaros and Bailey, some stronger, older guys against some of these younger, smaller guys on this Auburn team.
These guys have been doing this forever, and it shows.
That one going to be icing on Georgia, so all the way back near Hagen. Face off to the right of Isaac Hagen, his brother Truman out there on defense for the Dogs. Played up to center ice. Laracy drops it off for Mazzaros in stride. Josh Mazzaros just lays it on the goal. Pad save by Politis.
Great play by Laracy there in the neutral zone there. Just one touch it to Mazzaros inside.
Mazzaros fighting for position in front. Played back up to the point. Martin with a shot. Laracy settles it. Walking to the side of the goal. Saved by Politis. Rebound just goes wide. And Spalding will shoot it out to center ice. Here's Truman Hagen with it now. Plays it up for Laracy, but just over the tape, and this one will go all the way down into the Auburn corner. Nice play by Laracy on the pass from Hagen, just couldn't get the shot away. And the Dogs in the middle of a change. That one goes up and out of play. Gotta keep your head on a swivel. Bunsenberger, Eberle, and Knoll, the line for the Dogs. Face-off won by Georgia, and a big hit as Duchman goes tumbling into the boards. Eberle with a shot just over the goal. Bunsenberger at the side of the net picks up the loose puck. Here's Knoll again, and that one misses the mark intended for Stewart.
Coach Camp shaking up his D pairs here. He's got Poole out there with Stewart.
There's a good hit from Stewart, but able to fight through it was Franklin. Picked off by Stewart, though, and he's got some speed. The former forward Tyler Stewart walking in. Scored his first career goal last season in the last game against Auburn. There's a a shot from Eberle, tipped in front by Knoll and gloved by Politis, and he'll hold on to it.
The Ice Dawgs just throwing every single line out there, and they're all getting pressure on Auburn. Doesn't matter what line they throw out there.
Top line back out there for the Tigers, Rucci, Fleet, and Daly.
If there's a line that's going to put one in for Auburn, it's this one.
Face off won by Bardo, but Daly quickly comes up with it. He's got some speed, blows past Stewart and Poole. Daly, nice stick by Poole to break that one up, but it's in. Trickles through the 5-hole of Hagen, and Callan Daly able to cut into the Georgia lead just a little bit.
That one's on me. That's the announcer's jinx.
Both Auburn goals have come from that line, Fleet and Daly. That one's one that Hagen likely wants to have back.
Yeah, it looked like that one just squirted right through him. Looked like he had it initially, just squeaked right through his chest.
So 8-2 now in the final 3 minutes of this second period. Nair back there for the Tigers. Pushed into the boards by Whitwer. Breakout pass intercepted by Bardo. Nair with it again, chips it around Whitwer. A couple of really big players on this Auburn team. They're just not able to get any physicality going against this Georgia team. Lots of hard fighting in from the Dogs, and Auburn not really able to keep up with them.
Yeah, at this point, the Dogs are just chipping pucks deep and laying bodies on these Auburn defensemen. Showing their strength here, up 6.
5 of the 6 Auburn defensemen on the ice, underclassmen. And it's really showing when they're getting worked by these lines, by every line, like you said.
Yeah, Ice Dawgs just have more experience here. And it shows in a game like this.
Green chips that one down in the corner. And Bardo with a goal in this game. Plays it over to Whitworth. Green back in the corner. Great forecheck from this Georgia fourth line. As the Tigers top line trying to get anything going, but they're hemmed in their zone right now. Bakuris pushed into the boards by Bardo. Green in to help Bardo out. And we got something brewing here. Bardo and Bakuris come together. Bakuris without a helmet.
Bakuris has got to tighten his chin strap there. His helmet came off a little easy. Bardo giving it to him now as he heads to the box. His teammates are loving that.
Bakuris started with a little late shoving, and Bardo definitely got his money's worth.
Yeah, I think Bardo finished that one.
You know, frustration really starting to build for this Auburn team, and it kind of boils over in plays like that. Hemmed in their zone against that fourth line of Georgia. Just can't really get anything going. A couple of Bulldogs kind of just throwing all their weight around in Bardo and Whitmer and Green.
Hey, you got to be frustrated there if you're Auburn.
So the officials will come together to sort this one out. We will step aside for just a moment because this will likely take a minute. We'll be right back. So Bardo and Pakuris both head off the ice. And the extra penalty to Bardo. So
Yeah, they probably got Bardo for the extra one there because he knocked off Curse's helmet.
So the Tigers on the power play. We'll clarify and see if those two have been kicked from the game. I believe they were just sent off the ice at the end of the period here, but we'll see when we come back in the intermission.
Yeah, more than 2 minutes here. Coincidental penalties. More than likely they just sent him off to the locker room a little early.
Here's Callan Daly with one of the Auburn goals tonight. Out there with Fleet, but an odd man rush here for Georgia. Able to stay on side somehow is Parente, but Conway couldn't get around Ryan Good. Been one of the bright spots out there for this Auburn team, the freshman defenseman Good. And he'll take it all the way down the ice. Circles back, but it's turned over. And Georgia again with a 2-on-1.
Another shorthanded 2-on-1.
Conway with Parente, shot, save by Politis, and he will hold on to the rebound.
Ice Dawgs even getting chances down a man here. They've just been on Auburn all night, getting chances left and right. Doesn't matter if it's even strength, they're short, they're up, they're all over them.
So face off to the right of Politis. With 24.6 left to go in the second period, Ice Dawgs up by 6. It's 8-2.
Ice Dawgs got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here.
Foreshadowing of tomorrow, maybe?
I hope so.
I hope the football game tomorrow is not 8-2.
It'll be a really bad football game. That would be fun to watch.
Great hockey score, bad football score. Politis will glove that one down, and the clock will tick down to 0, and that will do it for the second period. So after 40, it's all Georgia. Ice Dawgs lead 8-2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got an intermission interview with Ice Dawgs backup goaltender Ryan Testino coming up, as well as Cam and Will's thoughts on the second period and the game to this point. We will be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Kameron Farmer. Welcome back, everybody. Will, we had a very interesting second period. Obviously, in the first period, Georgia, the Ice Dawgs beat Auburn 4-1. Second period, same again, 4-1. What was something that you liked from the Dogs this period?
Just continuing to pour it on. They were playing like it was 0-0 to start the period, and that's what you want to see when you have a big lead. Continue to pour it on. A change in net for Auburn. McMaster out, Politis in, didn't really matter. First two shots on Politis found the back of the net. He started to settle in a little bit more, but still struggled early on. And for the Dogs, it's really about keeping our composure because we saw things get a little bit chippy at the end of the period.
We did. We saw Dan Bartow of the UGA Ice Dawgs get ejected along with Auburn's Jordan Procuris as well. Things kind of got a little bit heated, but that was to be expected. We kind of saw that a little bit throughout the entire game. But what was something that you took away after, Bartow got ejected, knowing that he was he played a lot throughout the second period?
Just a great penalty kill. The Dogs, honestly, 4 penalties in that period, not what they want to see. Killed all of them, got their own power play goal, the first of the game, but great job on the penalty kill. But Auburn trailing by 6 goals, big rivalry game. They're going to try to get Georgia riled up, so you got to make sure not to get into those activities.
Yes, keeping your head is very important, but in between periods, Andrew Fleming caught up with Ryan Testino.
All right, so I'm here with Ice Dawgs backup goaltender, Ryan Testino. Ryan, sitting on the bench, what are you seeing out there tonight?
I don't know. The guys are playing real good. Forechecking hard, back checking hard. Isaac's playing a pretty solid game right now. What is it, 8-2? You can't really complain about that. So I think just playing really good. Just got to keep it up in the third. Keep our heads. Got into a little something right there. But if we can do that, I think we're solid. So.
And what specifically have you seen about your partner Isaac tonight? What do you like about his game tonight?
I don't know. I think it's more of a mental aspect this game. Like when you're not getting tested as much in games like this, but then you're getting like power play opportunities from the other team, or like a breakaway, or on-man rush or something. It's just hard to stay mentally locked in, and he seems to be doing a pretty good job of that. So, got to give props in.
Yeah, and we're hearing a lot of chatter up top from you guys on the bench.
Yeah.
You guys having a little fun out there. What are you hearing on the bench?
I don't know if I can say anything down here, but yeah, definitely some chirps.
Boys are having fun?
Yeah, good time.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, no problem.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Atlanta Ice Forum in Duluth, Georgia. I'm Torin Smith, joined by Andrew Fleming, and it's a blowout, folks. 8-2 Ice Dawgs after 40 minutes. Andrew, what are you looking for out there from both of these teams in this final frame?
If you're either of these teams, you just want to stay healthy at this point of the game. You don't want any injuries going into Sunday. You want full rosters here.
And we heard Will and Cam talk about it in the intermission show, but Dan Bartow and Jordan Procuris both done for the night, 5 in a game for each of those guys, so they will be done for the night. They will play the next game on Sunday, or they'll be eligible to at least, barring being held out of the lineup for any reasons.
Yeah, I think that's just the referees trying to make sure everyone keeps their heads, know the consequences for getting chippy here.
So Ice Dawgs back to full strength as Martin, who was serving the penalty to Bartow, the extra penalty. They told us that it was because they thought that Bartow threw the first punch. Not what we saw, but that's okay. It's still 8-2 Georgia, so they're not really complaining too bad. And with Bartow done for the night, we'll expect to see freshman Brandon Ing slide up on that fourth line, the extra skater. What are you looking for out of him, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, Ing's got speed. He's already got an assist tonight. Just looking for him to go out there and play his game. He's a quick guy. He's a great asset to that fourth line.
There was a great chance from Daly flying all over the ice for the Tigers, coming out hard in this third period. But Hagen stands tall. The 2 Tigers goals coming from that top line. Here's another chance. That one just fired wide off of a stick of Will Condon.
Dogs a little sloppy in their own zone right there.
This one pinned to the boards. Mazzaros is fine with that, staying there for a second. And Baird will play it across to his partner. Long stretch pass intended for Parente, but Moore skates onto it. Here's Evan Moore with a goal tonight. That one just goes wide. Declan Conway's got 2 of his own, still looking for the hat trick. couple of guys on hat trick watch out there tonight.
Moore and Conway.
Here's Gannon, up to Parente, dropped off for Moore. Evan Moore's got Conway with him. Tries to slide it across to 29, but couldn't find the tape. Keeps control of it behind the goal, drops it back off for Conway. Taken away by Tinchert, though, and the Tigers will get started on the breakout, but it's picked off by Gannon at center.
Great play by Gannon there. Read that pass, picked it off.
Good check from Conway on Catalano, who had no help as the rest of the Tigers were changing in behind him. Burnett circles back, looking for options, plays it up the boards to his partner, Gannon. Jack Gannon, nice pass up the ice for Moore. Evan Moore cutting to the net, walking in, shot saved by Politis. And that one just goes wide on the rebound. Duchemin digging for it, plays it across to his partner, Worcester. Javier Worcester plays it back inside the Auburn zone. And he'll just chip this one. And it's going to be enough for icing. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but face-off comes back into the Tiger zone.
Yeah, he's got to gain the red line there and then chip it in. At the end of his shift, just trying to get the puck off his stick there.
Just over 3 minutes gone by. Not too much happening so far in this third period. Georgia protecting a 6-goal lead.
Pace of play slowed down a little bit here.
Just a bit. Brandon Ing out there playing with the line of Eberle and Punzenberger. Ing, the freshman, with an assist tonight, his third of the season. And it's going to be a trip coming up on the Dogs. Looks like it's Punzenberger heading to the box.
Yeah, that one was pretty obvious. Both referees threw their arms up immediately, and the Dogs will be short here.
So Auburn heads back to the power play. They've had a few chances tonight. They are 1 for 3. Starting to lose track a little bit on the number of penalties. That kind of happens in a high-scoring game like this, but
A lot going on tonight.
you know, it's our first game too, Andrew.
Everyone's got to get their feet wet here.
Nice play by Ing to jump the draw, and he gets that one all the way out to center. I was talking to former Ice Dog Dylan Spicer in between periods in the building tonight. He wore number 5 for the past few seasons, and he said he's really impressed with how Ing has been skating out there, really fast, flying all over the ice. Had a great assist on the Bill Martin goal earlier in this game.
Yeah, the number 5's a little bit faster this year.
Always great to catch up with the former Ice Dogs. A good alumni showing in the building tonight. I've seen a few guys from some of these former teams.
Hey, it's a brotherhood.
Former Ice Dog captain Kameron Campbell on the bench.
Once an Ice Dog, always an Ice Dog, Torin.
Just under a minute gone on the Auburn power play, and they have really nothing to show for it so far as that one's shot all the way back down again.
Again, the Ice Dogs just not giving the Tigers any inside ice to generate any kind of offense on their power play here, keeping everything to the outside.
And that's kind of been the story all night. They haven't had anything except for this guy, Daly. But a good play from Hagen and Whitwer to break that one up. And Green's got a step, trying to get to the loose puck, but a good play by Politis to come out and challenge him. Back to Baird, hooks up ice. That one blocked at center by Good. Jake Green has a goal tonight. And when we streamed the red and white game earlier this season after Ice Dogs training camp, one guy that we were really impressed with was Jake Green. He massively improved over this offseason.
Yeah, he was all over the ice in that red and white game playing with Whitwer and Bardo. Great addition to that fourth line spot, taking Spicer's spot there.
Green with 5 points last season, already has 2 goals now this season. So looking to add to those totals. Another thing that Dylan Spicer said was seeing Green slot in on that line. Of course, Spicer played the last few seasons with Whitwer and Bardo. He said he's been really impressed with how Jake Green's been playing.
I think the entire coaching staff of the Ice Dog has been really impressed with the way Green's played. Coach Camp has said that himself.
Centering pass intended for Fleet just goes wide. Battling for position in front, a nice blocked shot there from Whitwer.
You can see the smile on Whitwer's face. He loves blocking shots like that.
We see Ice Dogs defenseman Alex Strauss, of course, out for an injury tonight. Hear him banging on the glass for Robbie there.
Looks like they got Stewart up at forward here. his natural position.
Stewart and Knoll, the Ice Dawgs,
never mind.
back to even strength.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Stewart out there with
0 for 2.
Knoll and Bailey.
Interesting
Nice
line.
pass. Here comes Ryan Bailey. Toe drag goes between the legs, but broken up by Nair. One-time shot by Mazaros as he walked onto that one, but missed by about a mile, and that one comes all the way back into the Georgia zone.
Yeah, they got Stewart filling in on this top line, but Mazaros and Bailey now taking the spot of Laracy for the time being.
Long stretch pass for chips it into the corner, trying to get around Worcester, the Tigers defenseman. Here's Stewart up top. Gannon takes the shot, looking for Mazaros' back door. That one cleared. Here's Joshua Hockey, first team all-name, I think, for the entirety of the AAU.
It's a great name.
Digging for it is Gannon. Hockey in there to help out for the Tigers, but this one will be cleared by Bailey and out to center ice. Here's Hockey, held up by Burnett. And cleared out to center ice. Here comes Mazaros back.
Yeah, we do have hockey here tonight, Torin. Attaboy.
Is that what that was? This one's waved off for icing. As Burnett, they say, could have touched it. Turnover at the blue line. Shot from Franklin. That one goes high.
Great block by Burnett there with the stick.
Here's Ryan Bailey again. Turns it over in the high slot. Franklin looking to sneak it over to Duchemin. Couldn't find the tape, though. Good play by Bailey to take it off the stick of Dubé. Here's Bailey once again. He's got Parente far side. Knocked down again by Franklin. And he'll fire it back down into the
That
Georgia
was a
zone.
great play by Jack Gannon in his own zone there to get that puck up to Bailey. Just so patient with the puck.
Evan Moore across ice. He's got Evan Parente in stride. But taken away again by Good. Here's Parente. Tries to go low as Franklin was coming across the ice. A
Weird collision there.
strange play, but both guys seem to be all right.
Yeah, glad everyone was able to get up after that one. That one looked a little awkward.
Got a whistle, and looks like the face-off will be back in the Auburn zone. Face-off to the left of Politis inside the Auburn zone. One-timer by Martin, hits a skate in front off of a Tiger defenseman. And here comes Callan Daly with speed. Plays it across for Fleet. Two most dangerous players on the ice for the Tigers. Here's Good, stepping down from the point. Plays it across for Daly, but pass was in behind him. And the Tigers will chop it back down into the zone. That was Sean Corrigan. Hagen loses his footing. Played back in behind the net. Martin loses the puck to Daly, but Truman Hagen there with it now for Georgia.
Ice Dawgs having a little trouble handling the puck in their own zone here.
Yeah.
Auburn's been on them tight this period.
Georgia forwards keep flying the zone before the defenseman can get good control of the puck. That really hurt the breakout there, but now they've got control this time. Evan Moore with a shot saved by Politis. Looking for his third of the night. So is his line mate Conway. That one kept out. Dumped in on Hagen, and the Tigers get a change.
Can of corn there for Hagen. Not going to get much easier than that.
Here's Punzenberger by himself as the Dogs change. 1-on-2 for Punzenberger. Held his own for a while before finally losing it. And the Tigers come back the other way. Here's Tinshert walking in, drops it off, takes the shot. Condon. That one saved by Hagen. A great shot in close. Haven't seen too many chances that dangerous for the Tigers in this third period.
Yeah, great positional save by Hagen. He cut off the angle and was just able to eat that one with his shoulder.
Eberle dropped off for Ing. Hard pass. Couldn't quite corral it. But Eberle able to keep it in the corner. Good hit there by Ing as he takes Tinshert to the boards. Eberle again. He'll take a check in the corner. Ing in to help him out. Spalding digging for it for the Tigers. Eberle comes away with it. Circles around in the corner, but that pass just off the mark intended for Leighton Poole. So the Tigers take advantage and get some fresh legs. tipped into the zone by Baird. Sloppy breakout from the Tigers, punched back in by Poole, but Auburn regains control. Here's Brooks Franklin. Franklin on the left wing side, just shovels it at the net. Turned away by Hagen pretty easily that time. Poole plays it out to center. Here comes David Eberle. Eberle dives under a check, a late attempt from the freshman Suman Nair.
Smart by Eberle there to just duck that check. He was going to get pancaked.
That's a big guy wearing number 4 in blue. Here's Duchemin. Leaves it for good. The Tigers with some zone time now. Not much to show for it, as Punzenberger settles this one down and circles back for just a moment while the Tigers get a change. Dylan Punzenberger fighting off the check of Hockey. Fired all the way down, and this one is going to be icing. Ice Dawgs bench, I think that one was tipped. They're going to put it at center ice.
And the goalie came out to play that one, so that's 2 reasons to negate an icing.
Burnett plays it in behind the goal. 8 minutes left to go here in the third period. And barring a miracle comeback, I think 8 minutes left in the game. But, you know, anything can happen in club hockey.
Crazier things have happened.
Here's Zach Knoll looking backdoor for Green with a chance at the side of the net and couldn't find it. Knoll slotting in with Green and Whitwer.
Now that one's an actual icing.
Face off back to the right of Politis.
Yeah, we know our lefts and rights here.
We sure do. Face off won by the Dogs. Gannon settles it at the point, takes the shot, looking for the tip in front was Green. Loose puck. Green keeps control of it, plays it back to the point for Burnett. Burnett shot tipped by Whitwer just wide. Might have been a bit of a high stick there, but not called. And this one out to center ice. Burnett across to Gannon. Gannon up for Whitwer, and he couldn't control that one as it shot back around. Hockey with it, plays it down for Worcester. Rimmed around the boards, but Georgia comes up with it once again.
Yeah, with Bardo out of lineup now, Coach Camp trying some different guys on this fourth line. He's got Knoll out there with Whitwer and Green there now.
Here's Jake Green down the left wing side, got some help, drops it off for Whitwer, takes the shot right into the glove of Politis, and he'll squeeze it.
Coach Camp still got Stewart on this top line with Mazzaros and Bailey here.
And we were saying just a minute ago, we don't see Alex Laracy down there on the Georgia bench. Don't want to speculate, but not sure where he is. We haven't seen him out here for this third period.
Yep. Got Stewart out there on defense forward. We'll try him at goalie next.
There's Truman Hagen, shakes off 2 forecheckers. Very solid play there from
Just
Hagen.
so strong on his skates.
Hagen, one of those guys, when you're not talking about him too much in the game, you know he's doing his job right.
Just a quiet guy who can do it all out there. Big rangy defenseman. Chipping offensively. Very sound defensively.
Tigers circle back into their own zone, and that one, Tigers passing to a ghost. Icing on the play. And face-off back in the Tigers zone. Face-off won by Georgia. Bailey drops it back off for Martin. Centering pass, looking for Bailey again. That one kept away by the Tigers. And here comes Will Condon. Condon with a shot, that one wide. And played up the boards for Bailey. Ryan Bailey looking for Mazzaro streaking. Here's Tyler Stewart, tripped up, no call. Mazzaro's there, plays it back for Hagen. Looking for the tip was Stewart in front. And this one deflected all the way down into the Georgia zone. Bill Martin will skate onto it, and he'll just dump that one deep into Auburn territory.
With the 6-goal deficit here, the pace of play here slowed down a little bit, Torin.
These two teams, of course, will meet again on Sunday, 11 a.m. puck drop, bright and early. We'll be here once again as that puck shot just wide.
Nice move by Baird behind his own net to chip that one over to Martin.
Baird, one of those newcomers who's looked really solid in the games that he's played so far.
Yeah, he's filling Strauss's role very well.
And a lefty on that spot where usually Strauss, a righty with Poole on that left side. Baird fitting in with the left-handed shot. Not that Strauss doesn't, but like you said, he is slotting in nicely. It seems like this Georgia team has a lot of guys that can kind of play all over the ice. You talk about Stewart.
So much depth. This team has so much depth.
And so much skill. A lot of these new guys that we've seen have so much puck skills, a lot of fast players out there. I mean, it seems like every line, and you've seen it tonight, every line is a threat at any time. Stretch pass intended for the Tigers winger, just missed its mark, but they're able to hold on to it inside the zone. Nice play there by Parente. Conway couldn't chip it past Good, though. Good played across ice for Dubé. Broken up by the Dogs, though, and here comes Parente back the other way. Evan Parente, he's got Conway with him, settles the pass, takes the shot, saved by Politis. And cornered.
Parente feeding Conway, looking for that Hattie.
Here's Conway again. Back up top for Baird. Parente takes the shot. That one, I think it caught Politis in the mask. Stays in play. Here comes Rucci back the other way, trying to step around Poole, but no dice. As Poole smacks that one to the corner, looks up for Parente up ice, but just bounces over his stick. Evan Moore with it now. Lost control of it. Here comes Daly back the other way for the Tigers. Alan Daly, lots of speed, takes the shot, tipped, and he goes tumbling into the boards. After losing his balance on the shot, slow to get up is Daly, but he looks to be all right.
It's a great stick by Gannon there to tip that Daly shot, force it wide.
Dylan Punzenberger into the corner. He's held up, not a lot of help there as the rest of his line in the middle of a change. Worster turns it over. Here's Eberle with a shot from the outside. Rebound. Falls in front, loose in the slot. Clear to the point. Gannon with a shot. That one high through traffic. Punzenberger again. Circles back. Plays it across for Eberle. Looking for help. Ing in front, digging for it. And Politis will fall on top of that one with 2:36 left to go in the third period. Georgia holding on to this 6-goal lead. It's still 8-2.
No goals yet in this third period here, Torin.
Pace of play, like you said, slowing down. A little bit of a sleepy third period. Everybody kind of just ready to go back home.
Going through the motions a little bit.
Get ready for the 3:30 kickoff tomorrow. I'm sure a few of these Auburn players will be at the game.
It's only a 45-minute drive to Athens.
Not that bad.
No traffic, of course.
Stay somewhere in between. I don't know how many hotels they have in the Winder area. Maybe a motel. Do you think they have bus parking at a Motel 6?
You could probably fit a bus in there.
Here's David Eberle now. Plays it up ice for Punzenberger. Punzenberger cutting to the net, drops it off. Ing with a shot. He scores! Brandon Ing, his first as an Ice Dog. And the 9th of the game for the Dogs. A muted celebration from number 5, but still his first career goal.
Yep. And there's Noel going to grab the puck for him. Someone get the tape and the Sharpie.
You see this one go right into the hands of Benny, longtime Ice Dogs equipment manager. So Ing, 2 points on the night, a goal and an assist. One of those rookies that's really showing out. And he'll extend the Ice Dogs' lead to 7 with a minute and a half left to go in the game. Martin unable to keep the zone there. He'll just fire it back in deep. Out to play is Politis. Battling for it on the half wall now. Green comes up with it. Eberle's got it. That's Noel with it. One minute left to go here in the third period. Jake Green takes it up ice for the Dogs. Again, stick around for our post-game show with Will and Cam. And Andrew Fleming will interview one of the Ice Dogs players as well as head coach John Camp. So stick around after this to hear some of our thoughts on the game. 34 seconds left to go in this one. I'm going to take a moment to plug our sponsorships that are available. The Ice Dogs broadcasting team has plenty of sponsorship packages. If you want to support the Dogs and get some exposure for your company, email ujhockeybroadcasting@gmail.com. Again, we have plenty of packages available to suit your company's needs and your budget, and we are willing to work with you. We are a student-run organization trying to just scrounge together what we can, and we make do with the equipment that we have, but of course the better equipment we have, the better product we can put out for the fans. Nice move by Ryan Bailey. A toe drag between the legs, still cutting the net. Centering pass, he had Stewart, and he looks skyward as that one was labeled for the back of the net, but he just lost his footing. Here comes Franklin back the other way. Drop pass, shot blocked by Stewart, doing it at both ends of the ice though. Not gonna let that missed shot slow him down. Played back up to the point, 3 seconds left on the clock, and that will do it as Hagen will hold on to that one. And the Ice Dogs, with a home opener win over the Auburn Tigers, a 9-2 victory here at the Atlanta Ice Forum in Duluth, Georgia, and a handy victory at that for Georgia. These two teams will be right back at it on Sunday morning at 11 a.m., and the Georgia D3 team will be taking on Georgia Southern immediately after that over on the UGA Hockey D3 YouTube channel. Again, folks, stick around for our post-game show with Will and Cam, as well as our interviews with head coach John Camp and one of the Ice Dogs players and the 3 stars of the game. We will be right back.
Welcome back, guys. This is our post-game show. It was a very, very interesting night, dominant all night long. Our 3 stars of the game were Evan Moore, Brandon Ing, and Declan Conway. What did you think of those 3?
We'll start with the second star. That's Brandon Ing. His first goal as an Ice Dawg, that was after registering an assist. Saw some more playing time as the game went on. Laracy got out of the rotation. We're not sure what's up with that. We'll like to find out. And Bartow also with a game misconduct. So that freed up some more playing time for Ing, and he took full advantage. Getting into Moore and Conway, Moore with 2 goals, which really got things going early on. He scored the first goal of this game for the Ice Dawgs, and he was all over the ice. And then for Conway, 2 goals as well as an assist. We'd be remiss if we didn't also mention Evan Parente, who had a hat trick of assists himself. But like you said, first star Declan Conway, second star was Brandon Ing, and third star Evan Moore.
I noticed that during our second period intermission show and our pregame show, we talked about Alex Laracy. He really wasn't that much of a factor tonight. Not to say that he couldn't be a factor tonight, but what were you most impressed about with the team on both sides of the puck, on the defensive end and the offensive end?
Yeah, we talked about in the open how it wasn't all about him. It wasn't all about the first line, and the team really showed that. It's a deep team offensively and defensively, and they both did the job. The offense, 9 goals, and the defense letting up just 2. I think all parties will be happy with tonight's performance.
After our third period, our very own Andrew Fleming caught up with Robbie, left defender Robbie Whitwer.
All right, I'm here with Ice Dawgs captain Robbie Whitwer. Robbie, big 9-2 win tonight. What did you like from your boys tonight?
Well, I thought we got off to a good start. That's the most important thing. Got out in that first period, got on them quick. Broke their will by the end of the game there. So I was pleased with a full 60-minute effort tonight.
Yeah. And Robbie, big penalty kill by the Ice Dawgs tonight. You guys were all over the place, keeping the Auburn to the outside. I think I counted you at like 3 or 4 block shots out there. How does blocking a shot make you feel?
Oh, I mean, great. It's always great to get the boys going on the bench, get in front of one for Isaac. That's my job, so happy to do it.
What are you looking for your boys on Sunday now?
Same thing. I think we don't take them for granted, come out strong again, and make sure we take care of business and get a sweep this weekend.
Awesome. Thank you, Robbie.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, I'm here with Ice Dawgs head coach
Thanks.
John Camp.
Home game series for UGA Ice Hockey here at the Forum in Duluth, Georgia. From Andrew and Torin, my name is Kameron Farmer, along with my co-host Will Hopkins. We'd like to say thank you for tuning in. You all have a great evening. We'll see you all here on Sunday for puck drop at 11 a.m. Second game of this 2-game series, and back here again at 2:10 p.m. where the D3 collegiate Auburn and UGA Ice Dawgs will take part. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. From Andrew and Torin, my name is Kameron Farmer.
I'm Will Hopkins. So long.
So long, guys. You have a good night.
Awesome. Beautiful.
We probably should have
We're playing Georgia Southern for D3, but
Oh, really?
yeah, no, it's okay.